So this is my process. But first, before I go over exactly what this process is, it's important for me to explain what feminine energy is versus what masculine energy is. Now, my process is the three-step feminine embodiment process. And so, what this means is you are going to be unlocking more of your feminine energy. You're going to be connecting more with your feminine energy. Now, as humans, every human on this earth, we have both masculine energy and we have both feminine energy. So, what feminine energy actually looks like is being very receptive, being very good at receiving, whether it's compliments, whether it's money, whether it's receiving help and support. This looks like being intuitive, listening to your intuition, emotional expression, meaning you are connected with your emotions and you're not afraid to express them. This looks like being creative and fluid, nurturing, compassionate, and focused on who you are being rather than doing and getting things done, et cetera, et cetera. This also looks like the desire for connection, love, and being super present. Now, our masculine energy within us, this looks like being very driven, goal oriented, being very logical and focused, being protective, decisive, taking action, really being structured and grounded, and desiring freedom, purpose, and results, leading with direction and clarity, and embraces control, order, and strength. So, the reason that you are probably here is I have a hunch that you tend to lead a little bit too much in your masculine energy. So what this looks like is always being in go mode, hustling, fixing. Maybe you're known as the fixer at work, around your family. You're always striving to achieve, whether it's goals, whether it's a next level of success. And you might find that you struggle to ask for help, receive support. Maybe you prioritize your independence over intimacy or connecting with others. And maybe you are a leader, you usually are in control at work, and maybe in the past, this has led you to really controlling relationship dynamics. What this also looks like when a woman is too much in her masculine energy is it feels really unsafe to slow down. You might find that you always need to be doing and doing and going and going. It feels unsafe to be vulnerable, that you might even find vulnerable is it might look as a weakness to you. You might attract emotionally unavailable or passive men. You might have the mentality, if I don't do this, nobody will. Mistake softness for weakness. And you might find that you get a lot of praise on being the strong one, but secretly you're tired, you're burning out, and you're feeling unseen. So, if that is you, if one or maybe all of those resonated, this process is going to work really, really well for you. So, this process is all designed and rooted for you to begin embodying your feminine energy, those traits that I just shared and talked about. And in order to get there, what this looks like is we start here with phase one, which is the RS method. This is known as the release and surrender method. This is where we're going to really peel back and understand what is in the way of you attracting the relationship it is that you desire. What are you still holding on to? What still are you trying to control and control and control that you know you need to let go of? Then we get to phase two, which is the magic wand system. This is all about if you were to wave a magic wand, become the woman who has everything she desires in a relationship. What does this look like? And we're going to get crystal clear on this because this is a huge process of you beginning to shift into becoming that woman, into embodying your feminine energy. And then up here, the third and final process is the magnetic attraction blueprint. This is all about taking the aligned action. This is all about knowing how to attract the man that it is that you desire and what steps you need to take in order to be open to receiving that healthy, committed relationship. Now, here is what your homework is going to look like. And I'm going to explain this deeper in a second. But you are going to write down and evaluate yourself from a 1 to 10 in each of these categories. And I want you to send me your scores on Instagram and make sure you label them. This is what it's going to look like. So you're going to write down masculine energy, insert your score, feminine energy, insert your score, pillar 1, insert your score, pillar 2, insert your score, pillar 3, insert your score. Now, here's what you're going to do. So for masculine energy, you are going to get real and honest with yourself for a moment. So meaning you will score yourself on a 1 to 10. So you might say, you know what, I find that I am really in my masculine energy. I'm at a 10. Maybe you find that you are somewhat in your masculine energy, but not at a full 10. And then rate yourself on a 5 or 6, 7, etc., somewhere in between. And then 1, you are not in your masculine energy at all. And then you're going to do the same thing with your feminine energy. You are going to rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being you are fully embodied in your feminine energy, maybe a 5, 7, 8, somewhere in between, or a 1, not at all. And then what this is going to look like for pillar 1, 2, and 3, you will write down pillar 1, the release and surrender. And you will ask yourself, have I let go of past pain and control? Do I feel safe being open in love? And 10 being, yes, I feel fully embodied. This is true. I have let it all go. I feel safe in love. 5 being somewhere in between, and 1 being not at all. And then you'll go through and do the same for pillar 2, the magic wand system. Do I know what I want in love and feel connected to my feminine energy? 10 being, yes, I am fully connected. 5 being somewhere in between. 1 being, I'm not connected to my feminine energy at all. Pillar 3, taking the aligned action. Am I showing up for love from a place of alignment and worth? 10 being, yes, I'm fully embodied in that. 5 being somewhere in between. 1, not at all. So that is your homework. And again, I want you to write down your scores. Make sure you send them to me on Instagram. And the last thing that I want to leave you with is believing it is so possible. I know that maybe you're in a place right now where it feels out of reach, or you are ready for love, and to take that next step, but you're not really sure. I want to leave you that it is so, so possible. I was there with you once where I was in these patterns of attracting emotionally unavailable men. I was hyper independent where I had to prove myself, prove my worth, chasing men. And I am here to say it's all possible because I have broken that cycle. As you can see over here, this is me with my healthy, committed relationship. And so I am here to say it is so, so possible. I can't wait to explore what that looks like for you. And then over here, just you'll see some other client success. After a few months of working with Mary, I met the love of my life. I know that the work with Mary was so important for me reaching my goal. Down here was a client who did one of the methods that I teach, and she was sharing how it felt. She was in a grocery store and she did the method and it felt so good. And these are some other messages of what other clients are saying when they're working with me. Thank you, Mary. I feel so in my feminine energy and happy in this relationship. This one woman was surprised. She said, I will cry right now. What a great surprise to come home to, because she was in such a beautiful relationship. And another client, he's invested in my business and our future together. So imagine how possible it is and what could be possible for you as you take this step in this next step in this journey into your feminine energy. Last thing towards believing it's all possible. Last good news, I met someone. This message over here was with a client who was doing an feminine embodiment technique that I guide and teach inside of my program. She said it felt freaking amazing. And then here is another client who is going on dates, and he's always taking the lead and initiative, and she feels so blessed. So that is my last message I will leave for you. Imagine yourself sharing those beautiful messages with me because you truly believed it was all possible.